So hello guys, welcome to Liskatic YouTube channel again. So today we are starting advanced Python. Okay. So I already finished with the basic Python, means the fundamental of the Python, and the oops ones are also done. So now it's about to start the new course and new bootcamp, that is the Python data visualization and analysis. Okay. So today we're going to start with NumPy. So first of all, let me introduce why we need NumPy and what is it. So NumPy is, for example, as you know, Python doesn't have a array concept in it, right? It has concept of list. Means what is a list and what is the difference between list and array? Means if you have, for example, a arr and is equals to, for example, I have a list 1, 2, 3, and I can have put also a, okay, and 2.5. So see, we are putting a number, a string, a float number, right? We are putting all kind of number, all kind of elements in a same list, right? But in array we can't do that. In array, for example, if we make a array, for example array, we have to put only 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we cannot do this. We can only do this in array. Okay, in array. So in data visualization, data analysis, for example, we usually analysis our Excel sheet, okay, Excel format or CSV file. We will know in details in later videos. But for example, to maintain integrity, for example, if I have a column of name, okay, name, column of name. So in column of name, like for example, Ray, Raj, okay. So if I put a number inside this in name column, how it going to look? So it is not a correct, right? So that's why we need to use array in every column and every rows. So that's why we need array inside the Python to visualize and analyze the data. Okay, as well as the array is faster than list. I think you know that already, right? So that's the thing. Let's So we are using the same collab as we used in basic Python and oops concept. So today our advanced Python starting. So first we are using NumPy. Okay. So see, to bring external library in Python, we usually import. Okay, because NumPy is not an internal library. Okay, inbuilt library. It is an external library to bring array concept in Python. Okay, I have repeated 2 times. So first of all, see, we're going to import NumPy as np. Okay, so see, you can as np means we are shorting the numpy word as np. Okay, now we can use, instead of writing the whole numpy, we can use just np. So np is not a mandatory. You can also write p, you can also write for my name. Okay, I can write anything. Okay, so it is not a mandatory, but in coding community we usually use np. Okay, so that's why we are using np. See, it is already run. Okay, now let's create our first array. Okay, first array, that is arr is equals to np dot array. Okay, see, now it's first bracket and the square bracket, and then we writing our list. Okay, see, now if I put arr, see, let's see if it okay or not. Okay, now let's print it. Okay, for example arr. See, now if I see, we have not used in print function, because I have already told you that in collab you don't have to use print. We can only write the variable and it is going to be printed. For example, if I write print instead of only variable, that is also possible, but it will give you a different result. For example, you can see it will give you only the list instead of like array and list. Okay, so next thing is there is 3 types of array. Okay, one is 0 degree, one is 2 degree, and one is 3 degree, as goes on. Okay, see, first of all, let's make a 0 degree array. Okay, 2D array, it's a 3D array is a matrix. Okay, so let's build a 0 degree array. Okay, 0D array, 0 dimension array. So see, so we're going to make same way, array is equals to np dot array. So inside we can give just 42 or 5, and then just print arr. Let's use the print function. see 5. Okay, so if I give 47, it will give me 7, right? So this is the 0 degree 0 dimension array. Now we're going to print that is 2D array. 2D array. Now see, same as 0 degree array, but there is a slight difference. Okay, 2D array we first we're going to bring the 1D array. Okay, 1D array. Okay, 1D array. So I have already shown you the 1D array. This is the 1D array only. So let's do this. Okay, ERR is equals to np dot array square bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and after I print it, so this is 1D array. Okay, now let's make 2D array. Okay, 2D array. For example, ERR is equals to np dot array square bracket, and then we're going to use another square bracket. Okay, for example 1 comma 2 comma 3, and then we're going to use the comma, and then another square bracket, that will be 4 3 comma, so for example 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, so what is it? This is our 2D array. Okay, so if I print it, for example print ARR, see it is 2D array, right? Now let's print the 3D array. np dot array, I think you're going to guess it, like for example a square bracket, then there will be the another square bracket, inside that square bracket there will be another square bracket. Okay, see 1 comma 2 comma 3, and then comma, then 4 comma 5 comma 6, and so now if I want to make another dimension, then what I have to do? See, I have to give the comma, and then inside this, so for example 1 comma 2 comma 3 as well as 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay. Now if I print it, see, if I print it, print ARR, see, so this is a 3D array. Okay, so this is a 3D array. So now if you want to check the dimension of array, okay, for example I want to check the dimension. Okay, for example you want to check the dimension, okay, dimension. Okay, now if I want to check the dimension, for example let's check this dimension. Okay, so for example let's print it. Okay, again, and then we're going to do it, that is just checking the dimension. To check the dimension you can use, that is ARR dot dim, the number of dimension. So that's the thing, n dimension. Okay, and now if I run it, it's going to tell me what is the dimension. See, I already told you that is the 3 dimension, so that is the dimension 3. Now see, for example if you want to make a 5-dimension array or 4-dimension array or 7-dimension array, you can do that, for example, but how you can do that? Little bit tricky. So for example let's take higher dimension than 3D. Okay, now let's do one thing, we making a simple array. Okay, np dot array, and now same way the square bracket, and then we're going to make 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, now inside this let's make this a dimension of 5. So what are we going to do? That is n dimen is equals to, that is 5. Now see, now if I print it, print ARR, it's going to be printed. See, it had dimension, added the dimension. See, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. So there is the 5 dimension. If I put 6 dimension, then you will see there is a 6 square bracket. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the 6 array, 6 bracket, 6 square bracket. So that is the 6 dimension. Now if you want to check if it's right or wrong, I already told you how you can check the dimension. That print ARR dot end diamond. Okay. That is 6. So we have already created it. That is the 6th dimension. Now let's do one thing. Now we're going to access the array element as we access in the list. Okay, same concept. Okay, nothing. So we're going to access the element. Okay. Access the element. For example, np dot array 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to access the element. For example, if you want to see, we know all elements start from 0, right? 0, 1, 2, like that. Okay. So that's how counting starts, right? From zeros. So if I want to print the element 1, we have to print, that is, let's store in array ARR. Now if I want to access the element 1, so what we're going to do? We're going to access the element, that is print ARR 0. Now see, if I print it, see, it's 1. If I want to print 2, it's going to print the element 3, right? So that's how we can access the elements. Okay. Now let's concept of slicing. Okay. Array slicing. So what do you mean by array slicing? That's if there is an element, for example, there is an element like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So inside this, we're going to, for example, 2. We want from number from 3 and 4. So what we are doing, we are cutting the array into 2 parts, right? What we are doing, we are taking this array 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you got this array. So this is the slicing. We got this array from this bigger array, right? We have, what we have done, we have sliced this small array from this bigger array, right? So that is the concept of slicing. So let's see how we can do that. Okay. So for example, ARR is equals to np dot array. Let's make this array only. Just copying it and paste it. Okay. So see. So we have created a simple array, right? Now what are we going to do? We're going to slice something. Okay. For example, let's make another array, that is 7. Okay. Now we want to slice. For example, print ARR slice 1:5. Okay. So that is the slicing. So if I print it, see, we have sliced from what? 4. So if I want to 4, say it will give me 4. See, one thing you have noticed or not, let me tell you. That is, see, if I want from 2 to 4, see, what is the number? That is the 0th element. This is the 1th element. This is the 2nd element. This is the 3rd element. Okay. So if you want from 2 to 4, you have to put, that is 1:4. Why? Because the last, whatever you give the last, that is the 4, it's not going to print the last element. See, if you, what is the 4th element? That is the 5, right? The 4th element is the 5. So 5 not going to be printed. Okay. So if I want from 2 to 4, we have to extend a little bit, that is 4, because we know that 5 not going to print it, it's going to only print from 2 to 4. Okay. So that's the thing. So if, for example, if I want to print from 2 to 5, so I have to give 5, or what we can do that? Simple, a +1. We can also do that. Okay. See, it will print it. So that's the thing. Okay. So now let's do one thing. I think you got the idea, right? If any question, anything, just comment in the chat box. I'm going to solve your doubts, okay, in the next class. No problem with that. No. So let's, what is the D type? Okay, let's checking the D type. Checking the data type. Okay. So data type. So if I make an array, for example, you know that array is a make of the similar kind of elements, right? So for example, ARR goes to np dot array (1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6). Okay. Now if I want to check it, what kind of array it is, so I can do that by print ARR dot d type. Okay, now see, so integer 64 bit, so that is the bit number and this is the integer, right? So if I put like 0.5, let's give point, okay. So now if I run it, see, it is a float number. Okay, I think you got the thing. Okay, same way, if I want to put that is for example arr is equals to np dot array is equals to apple, then banana, then cherry. See, if I want to print it, see, I can print that array arr. See, it's going to be printed, right? So now if I want to check the array, for example print arr dot d type. Okay, see, it's going to provide us a d type, that is u6. So what do you mean by u? So u is the unassigned integers. Okay, so that's the thing. So I'm going to give you, like, for example, let me tell you what this assigns mean. For example, I is for integers. Okay, integer, u means unassigned integers, and s and other is that float, for f is float. So that is the thing. Okay, and s is string. Okay, so these are the symbols, and I means integer, u mean unassigned integer. So that is the thing. Okay, so why it is giving 6? Because if you see apple a 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6, see, banana has a 6 number of elements. So the if any elements with the highest number of words, for example banana has a 6 number of words, so it will give us 6. See, if I want to put, like, for example 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, see, it's going to give us a 7 because the highest is the 7 number of elements. So that's the thing. So I think you got the idea. Any doubt, just comment in the chat box. I'm going to clear your doubt, okay, in next class. So now we're going to see how you can copy a array. Okay, so copy a array. Okay, so simple, you can copy a array simple way. For example, arr is equals to np dot array, and now square 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now if I want to copy this array inside another variable, for example arr1 is equals to arr, we can do that also, right? Now if I print arr1, it's going to print the same result as arr, right? See, there is another way, similar way. For example, I want to copy arr2 is equals to arr dot copy. Okay, now if I also print it arr2, see, it will also give the same result. So this is the copy function. Okay, so I think you got the thing, right? So now we're going to see the shape. Okay, now we're going to see the array shape. Okay, so for example, what is the shape means? For means the how many rows and columns are there. Okay, so let me tell you. Okay, so let's make a array is equals to np dot array. Let's make a 2D array. Okay, 2D array 1 2 3 4, and now then there is another element, that is 5 6 7 8. Okay, now if I want to found the shape, for example, let's print it. Okay, print arr. Let me tell you something. Okay, see, what number of rows? 1 row, 2. So number of rows are, what is the number of rows? Row is 2, right? And what is the columns? That is 1 column, 1 2 3 4. So there is 4 columns, right? So columns are 4, right? 4 column, and it has 2 column. So we can just find it. Okay, so let's print the shape. Okay, now arr dot shape. Now if I print it, see 2 and row, see 2 columns, 2 rows and 4 columns. See 2 rows and 4 columns. So that is the thing of shape. So for example, if you want to convert a 1D array to 2D array, we can also convert it by using reshape method, that is reshape. So let's see, we're going to convert the 1D array to 2D array. Okay, so same way we can do that. Array is equals to np dot array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and let's make it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 digit number. Okay, now let's convert it into a 2D array. We already know that if I print it arr, it's going to be converted into a one. It is already a 1D array, right? So this is a 1D array. Now we're going to convert it into a 2D array. So what we're going to do? We're going to simply a new array, new variable, new arr is equals to arr dot reshape. Okay, now reshape 4, 3. Okay, now if I want to print it, so reshape also, this is the row and columns. Okay, see, new array, see, these are 4 rows. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a 3 columns. See, 4 rows and 3 columns. Okay, row, let me write row 1. Okay, so I think you got the idea. Now if you want to print iterate a array, so how you can do that? Iteration of the array. Okay, iterating a array. So we can do it by simply as we do in our list. Okay, same thing, just write, for example, let's make a array. Okay, so let's make this array only. Let's just take this array. Okay, I'm just copying and pasting it. Okay, now we got the new array. Okay, that is arr, and now we're going to print all the elements. Okay, for example, see, first we are if I print it, see, print arr, it was printing like a list. It's not a printing like an element. See, it is inside a list, it is printing. So I want like 1 and 2 without showing this third bracket. How we can do that? We need to use for loop. For example, for x. So I already told you or taught you what is the concept of for loop in our previous video. Just go and watch the full playlist of the Python. Okay, then you will be able to understand all these concepts, that is what is x and what is the for loop and what is the loop concept. Okay, you will get that idea. So just after watching that video, just come to this video, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so in arr, now we're going to do that is print x. So let me tell you. Okay, so x is I am taking each of the element as a x of this array, and that is the thing. And now I am printing the x. So what will be printed? Each of the elements. See. Okay, so I think you got the idea about NumPy and what is the difference between array and NumPy, and how we can, what is the all the methods of the NumPy. I already told you, right? So thank you guys. Okay, so this is the starting of the advanced Python. We're going to continue this series, and we're going to be master in data visualization